Landlocked by Celia Laighton Thaxter, 1835 to 1894. Black lie the hills, swiftly doth daylight flee, and catching gleams of sunset's dying smile, through the dusk land for many a changing mile, the river runneth softly to the sea. O happy river, could I follow thee! O yearning heart that never can be still! O wistful eyes that watch the steadfast hill, longing for level line of solemn sea! Have patience! Here are flowers and songs of birds, beauty and fragrance, wealth of sound and sight, all summer's glory thine from morn till night, and life too full of joy for uttered words. Neither am I ungrateful, but I dream deliciously how twilight falls to night over the glimmering water, how the light dies blissfully away, until I seem to feel the wind, sea scented on my cheek, to catch the sound of dusky flapping sail, and dip of oars and voices on the gale. Afar off calling low, my name they speak. O earth, thy summer joy of song may soar, ringing to heaven in triumph. But I crave the sad caressing murmur of the wave that breaks in tender music on the shore. Okay, this is a poem by Celia Thaxter. She was born Celia Laighton. Let's see, she was an American poet. She was actually born in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, but she lived almost all of her youth on the Isles of Shoals, which is about 10 kilometers off the main coast in the United States, so just into the Atlantic Ocean. So she was brought up on the Isles of Shoals. She lived in various different isles, and when she was 16 she got married and went to live on the mainland. She went to live in Massachusetts, and she was very unhappy about leaving her islands, and that's what this poem is about. This poem was written while she's living in Massachusetts, I think probably in either Watertown or Newburyport, and this was her first poem that was actually published. And this poem is talking about being landlocked and how she misses the sea. She says that the land is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with the land. It's a lovely place, but the sea is in her heart. The islands are in her blood. This is something she misses. This is something that she dreams of, and later in her life she went back to live on the islands again. Black lie the hills, so the hills are black. Swiftly doth daylight flee. So the daylight goes out very quickly. It extinguishes. I think perhaps on the islands, on the flat sea, daylight lingers for a lot longer. And catching gleams of sunset's dying smile, through the dusk land for many a changing mile, the river runneth softly to the sea. And there's a river that's running through the land, and it runs for many a mile, and it's catching gleams of the sunset, of the dying smile of the sunset. This is a lovely metaphor, the sunset's dying smile. And the water catches just gleams of the sun, and this river is running softly to the sea. O happy river, could I follow thee? Notice this inversion, this question form. O happy river, if only I could follow thee. And that's why the inversion for if. O happy river, if only I could follow you, river. O yearning heart that never can be still. O wistful eyes that watch the steadfast hill, longing for level line of solemn sea. But her heart is always yearning. Her heart wants to be in the sea, by the sea. She wishes she could be by the sea, and her heart will always long to be by the sea. O wistful eyes, so my eyes are always watching the hill that never moves. Yeah, and this hill, and my heart is longing for the level flat line of the solid sea. Have patience. So she says to herself, have patience, one day you will go back. Here are flowers and songs of birds, beauty and fragrance, wealth of sound and sight. So this is a beautiful place. There are flowers, you can hear birds, there is beauty, there are lovely smells, there is all sorts of sights and sounds. All summer's glory thine from morn till night. So all of the glory of the summer is yours from morning till evening. And life too full of joy for uttered words. And life is happy. Life is a wonderful thing. But she still dreams of being by the sea, being on the Shoals Islands. Neither am I ungrateful. So I'm not ungrateful to be here. I'm not ungrateful that the land is a beautiful place. But I dream. But the sea is within me. Deliciously how twilight falls tonight over the glimmering water. But she's dreaming of how the sun sets over the water, how the sun is setting and the water of the sea is shining, how the light dies blissfully away. So how the light slowly but surely disappears, and she's dreaming of being by the sea. Until I seem to feel the wind. It's as if I can feel the wind on my face, sea-scented, smelling of the sea, on my cheek. To catch the sounds of dusky flapping sail, so she can hear the sound of a sail flapping in the wind, and dip of oars, and oars going into the water, and voices on the gale afar off calling low, they speak my name. And I can hear voices in the storm, and these voices in the storm, they're calling my name, they're saying my name, they're calling me. Come, come. O earth, the summer song of joy may soar, ringing to heaven in triumph. So the song of summer may be beautiful. The summer on the land is beautiful, and it rings bells all the way to heaven. But I crave, I want, I need the sad caressing murmur of the wave that breaks in tender music on the shore. But the thing that I want is the sound of the waves. Yes, the sound of the waves is sad, but that is me. That's what's within me. And the waves, they make tender music, the sound, this beautiful sound of the waves as they break on the shore. So she's saying, I want to be back by the sea. I need to be back by the sea. The sea is in me, and this is something that I crave despite the beauty of the land. Yeah, I'm not ungrateful to be here, but I want to be by the sea. The sea is part of me. Landlocked by Celia Laighton Thaxter.